Some say that everything matters. The gentle flutter of a butterfly's wing can be felt around the world. There are certain aspects of our world that are intangible. They cannot be measured, assessed, or given a dollar value. But they exist, and they change not only our lives, but also our world. The Garnet Career Center was founded in Charleston, West Virginia in 1900 for 12 African American pupils in Kanawha County who passed their entrance exam. The school was named for Henry Highland Garnet, ex-slave, born in Maryland. The school was an unassuming building, really, but walking through the doors of the Garnet Career Center for the first time, you realize it is a very special place. I did an internship there in 2012. I will never forget meeting Sean Wolf.
Today we're going to practice using chopsticks. Have any of you used chopsticks before? Pretty sure you have, done too. Have you used chopsticks before?
I never tried. I don't know how to use it.
Okay.
Sean is an amazing teacher. He calls the program his baby. Never have I met anyone with such a passion for education or fairness. He goes above and beyond. When the internship ended and I walked out the door, I knew I would be back. This was my dream job. Have you ever felt as if your life has just went up in smoke? I was divorced, on my own for the first time in my life. No home, no job, nothing. To sum it up, I had a $2 bill and I went to the vending machine and it wouldn't work. Have you ever been down to your last $2? A bright spot came when I was asked to substitute at the Garnet Career Center. During this time, there was an error in paperwork. A coordinator by the name of Marsha Mullins stepped in and extended an act of kindness that I will never forget. She was to play an important role in my life. One day, I was doing a random search on the internet. No, it couldn't be. There was an opening. I applied and interviewed for my dream job. Marsha Mullins was the one that called me. It was a whirlwind. School had already started and I had no time to think. I was going to be a full-time teacher. Stepping into the challenging curriculum designed by Mr. Wolf was daunting. It was as if I was in the Class 5 whitewater rapids of the Gauley River. I had more responsibility than I ever had in my life. I call my first winter the 3 W's. We had students who fled their country because of war. Their stories were gut-wrenching. They were in a new country, a new culture, and they had no idea when or if they would ever go home. One evening as I left work, the whole city smelled like cherry pie. I remember singing Strawberry Fields by the Beatles. It was short-lived. A chemical called MCHM had leaked into the river, our water system had been contaminated, and we were all thrown into a water crisis that affected over 300,000 people. We had to rely on each other to find water and stay updated. To add insult to injury, we had a winter that just would not quit. I didn't think I was going to make it, and everything seemed to be falling apart again, and I couldn't keep up with my MA TESOL program. As we all know, spring does come. We made it. We had become a family, a community. To my amazement, students gained traction and test scores improved. I gained traction and felt as if I was really teaching. I asked one of our students to create an end-of-the-year project. Marcia helped us shop for supplies. He created Pangeology, a beautiful collaborative painting of the continents when they were one. At the end of the year, school parties, students dip their hands in paint and put their handprints on it. It's in the school, a beautiful memory of caring and sharing. If you notice, there's a butterfly, and I have to laugh. A new baby came into our lives. I nicknamed her Chloe Butterfly. She would be a child of the world. And you see this small handprint there on the side? It is a symbol of a family reunited after a harrowing year that no mother should have ever had to endure. It was indeed a storybook ending. Once again, we find ourselves at a point of uncertainty. We don't know what is going to happen, to community-based programs for adults such as ours. There are those who feel education should take on a corporate model, that they need a return on their investment. Students' dreams, ambitions, and goals are not relevant. We create our own pathway in life. Our education should encompass the tangible and the intangible. We are so much more than a test score, a benchmark, or a destination. Paulo Freire says it best: participation does make better citizens. I believe it, but I can't prove it, and neither can anyone else. The kinds of subtle changes in character that come about slowly from active, powerful participation in democratic decisions cannot easily be measured with the blunt instruments of social science. Those who have actively participated in democratic governance, however, often feel that the experience has changed them, and those who observe the active participation of others often believe that they see its long-run effects on citizens' character. I lived it. I believe in education, and above all, I believe in the human spirit. I also believe a butterfly's wings can be felt around the world.